What's up, people? It's your boy Tuan holding it down for y'all once again, and we are here on the Cafe Hours podcast, the podcast that is created to generate debate, change perspectives, explore new concepts. I'm here with my host.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Deej.
Hey, I'm Jazzie.
And let's get into the show. So, cue intro, please.
Type shit you ride home to. Yeah. Yo, as we proceed to get you going off that cognac and caffeine. Proceed, 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 proceed. Yeah, as we proceed to get you going off that.
We got a very interesting show this week. I know the first episode was kind of like meh, but we here. We here, so we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna have a lot of energy. We're gonna be positive. It's gonna be more like a conversation than anything. So thank you for the people who actually took the opportunity to, listen to our first show, listen to the pilot episode, enjoyed it, and is looking forward to these new shows to come. We got a lot more heat to come, so just stay tuned to that. So let's get into the show. So I'm going to start off this first segment with just the highs for the week. So I had a bomb ass week this week. I don't think I can say bomb ass, but I had a bomb week this week. Went to the gym, so got stronger, seen all of the God-fearing women at the gym this week. So it's been motivating your boy to go back for sure. And I just been excited all week to actually get in the studio and actually film episode 2 of the podcast. So I've been really excited. So those are my highs for the week.
Yes, gym life. So my week was bomb as well. Great week. Like Tony said, going to the gym was everything. I'm sore as all hell now. Like, I'm feeling it today. Like, I didn't feel it the last 2 weeks, but today is here. And she's hurting, but I love it. Like, I love the energy that I have. Excited to film the episode. Excited to be planning everything. Like, I was planning her down all week. And I capped it off with a really great Sunday. I ended up going to brunch with my best friends, and yeah, that was dope. Like, I miss them so much. Like, I haven't seen them. Like, I see them all the time, but it feels like I haven't seen them in a minute. It's only been like probably 2-3 weeks, but we had so much fun. Like, I really miss them. So shout out to my besties. I love them.
I'm jealous. All my friends are in Maryland. I'm out here in Georgia.
What go on, Jazz?
Medea. My friends. No, my family came down to visit. So the cousins got together and we just had a good time. I really needed it. Yeah, since the pandemic, I haven't really got to visit people like that. So.
Oh, another good thing that happened this week. My grandma was talking wild crazy when it came to just relationships and that matter. She was talking wild crazy. So we had an interesting maybe hour or two talk about that. And she put me deep with some game that I never even heard of before. It was this song that she played me. It said, make an ugly woman your wife. I gotta look it up. I gotta listen to it again. But I was like, dang, grandma. Grandma schooled me to some game that I never heard before. Facts. I may actually have her on the podcast.
I'm gonna need you to play the song.
No, thanks. I think I know what song you're talking about too.
She told me about that. Make an ugly woman your wife. You'll have a happy life. And then she was like, yo, check out this book. She sent me 2 books. It was it was like a book from like 1950. It had like a yellow cover to it, and it was like how to become a good husband. And then it also had like another copy, a female copy that said how to become a good wife. And she was like, you need to start passing these joints out right here. And I was like, damn, girl, like that joint fired. So I may actually, I don't read books. Y'all know I don't read books, but I may
Pass it
actually
to
cop
me.
the book. I may cop the book just to read it to see what they
Take
talking
notes.
about.
Take it on. Pass it to me, bro.
So I'm just saying, like, the joint's been lit for real, like super lit. I may have grandma on the show or something like that. She probably can school these people to the
Aw.
game for real. I think she's like in her 60s, so it's gonna be very interesting.
I'm here for that one.
Let's keep it going.
That one. Yeah. All right. So Jazz.
Oh, affirmations for today.
Yes,
You are important. And the world would be so different without you. Yeah. Yep. So keep moving forward.
My hood formations for today is don't spend your stimmy in one place. Spread it out. Facts.
The hood formation.
The hood formation. Don't spend your stimmy in one place. Don't. Hey, don't just buy Jordans with it. You can go to the Poconos with it if you live over here. Y'all know y'all always go to the Poconos. Go to the Poconos. Don't just buy some fried fish and crab meat. Facts.
All the crabs gonna be gone this weekend.
Yeah, it's not even
crab this weekend.
It's not even
crab season.
I'm sick. I'm sick. Last year I became allergic to crabs. So don't tell my friends in Maryland. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I just want the legs.
Bay.
No facts. You guys sprinkle Old Bay on everything and just pretend it's a crab.
They probably don't have Old Bay down there in Georgia, so you make him bag them up and yeah, dude. I'm about to
they definitely got it down there.
I don't know why people keep saying that. Yes.
Hey. It may be that OJ season. It's just crab season and say crab season. Say OJ is an OJ season. It's like Old Bay, but it's not the same.
They eat crabs in Georgia too.
Exactly. And we season the food down there.
Yes. I do. I don't know about everybody else, but I do.
Yeah, Jan said she got a little spot that she be going to. She said the food be banging there.
Where?
The spot that you always tell me about. You be going to that one spot. You said the food be hit and you just go in there and grab your food and be out.
That was somebody else.
That was Night Jazz. That might was Night Jazz that told me about that.
Oh, okay. Probably.
What go on, Night Jazz? What's going on? We need to know.
I can't.
Yo.
All right. So surprisingly, I haven't really hated it here that much this week. Why did I hate it here? The only thing I really hated this week was so I don't know if Jazz knows, but we had a incident up here that happened at Mondawmin that got spread around, and it was real ratchet. I'm not gonna go into it, y'all. I can see the
yo.
If y'all watch it, y'all already know what it was. I'm not going into it.
You don't know what happened, Jazz?
No, I didn't watch it.
She know what happened, but she didn't watch it.
You heard what happened.
Nah. So when y'all watch this video, people, public, y'all know what happened. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I hated that. That was like super jank. It's nothing new, but it was janky, and I didn't like it. I don't like it. I hate that for us. So
that was crazy. Like
that was insane.
Like we used to wild stuff happening. Crazy thing is everything kind of happened at Mondawmin for real, because when we had that riot a couple years back, it jumped off like right at Mondawmin. So for like this situation to go down at Mondawmin, it's like it's not too weird out of pocket, but for like what happened there, like man, it is crazy.
Yeah, and like the level, like it went so viral, like especially on Twitter, like Facebook people were trying to like not say what it was so much, just imply it, but on Twitter, I was like, Jesus.
For the listeners who don't know, let's just put it like this. So a couple of group of people decide to participate in certain activities in the public bathroom at a mall. So all of the participants was of the same sex. So you can just imagine what happened. Just look up Montom in Baltimore, and y'all will be able to figure out what happened. But yeah, it is wild. It's crazy, and I wouldn't say that I'm surprised, but like, man, like some people was really out here living that best life for real. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. It's not that there's nothing wrong with it, but hey,
I wouldn't call it the best life. All right, yeah.
hey, man.
But yeah, I hated that. I could have done without that this week. But yeah, keeping it so this week on the pod, we're gonna be talking about love languages / dating. We pretty much talked about some dating things in the first episode.
Sure did.
But the reason we really wanted to get into the love languages is because Antoine apparently didn't really know anything about them. I don't know how that is. I'm judging you. But he didn't know anything about the love languages, about the quiz to figure out what your love languages are. So, yeah, we're just going to get into that today.
Man, call me uneducated. I did not know anything about love languages until like recently, like yesterday, like somewhat like yesterday. I just kept on hearing the term like love languages on like Clubhouse over and over and over again, and it only was coming from girls. Like it only was coming from girls. So I'm looking like, okay, love language. Okay, what's that? Love language. What's that? I'm looking like I didn't pay it no mind at first. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't paying no mind because you can't always listen to what girls say sometimes because but you kind of do gotta listen to what girls say. But I was like, dang, like, what is this?
Try again.
What is it?
Run that back.
I said what I said was you can't. What I said was you can't always listen. I'm not backpedaling. I said you can't always listen what girls say, but you also gotta kind of listen what girls say. So, like, it's like the Boondocks. Like they're known knowns, but they're known unknowns, but they're also unknown unknowns. Things that we don't know that we don't know. So that's how you kind of play it. It's certain things that we don't know that we don't know. So I didn't find out until recently what love languages was. Jazz and Deej actually educated your boy real quick on the love languages. So that's why I'm going to have them kind of introduce what love languages is and kind of explain what it is. Jazz, let's go.
Excuse me. Okay, I'm still shook.
Let's go.
Okay, so there's 5 love languages. It's physical touch, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and words of affirmation. Physical touch, self-explanatory. You like your hand. It's not always just kissing and sex. It can be hand holding, hugs, cuddles, stuff like that. Words of affirmation, saying positive things to one another. Acts of service, showing up for the person, like, oh, you see that they have a heavy load on them. So you're like, oh, I'll take care of the dishes. Oh, I'll cook.
Take care of some of this rent.
Does that count as acts of service?
Acts of service?
No.
You taking care of some of this rent.
That's
is
gifts.
It? Hey.
I feel like that's more of a gift.
That's a gift.
So yeah.
You gifting me that you taking care of some of this rent, or you acting as giving me an act of service to take care of some of this rent?
You are being a tourist right now.
I'm just
stop.
That's a gift. Okay.
That's a gift.
So gifts are thoughtful gifts. Yeah. If your love language is gifts, it's usually something thoughtful. Like, oh, they really paid attention to me. How'd you know? type gifts. What am I missing?
You said
Nothing. You said
nothing.
gifts.
Oh, quality
Yeah.
time.
Oh, quality time.
Right.
Yes.
Quality time, spending time together. That could be like running errands together. Oh, let's go to Walmart. Um, just your presence is sometimes enough.
So it's like quizzes that you can kind of take online, I guess, to kind of figure out um what your love language is. I don't know if the love language thing is just kind of like a girl thing, but they say it's not. So I did take the test. I did take the love language test, and I think I failed at it terribly because like the questions is
how do you fail at something that's telling you about you?
Because the test be trying to like the question be trying to curve you in a certain direction. Like if you asked one question that was like kind of on the fence as far as like quality time is concerned, they'll ask you another question that kind of like trying to curve you in that direction. And I'd be looking like, I'm not doing what y'all motherfuckers want me to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the other one instead.
And you're not supposed to take the quiz like that. You're not supposed to know that they're asking you quality time questions. You're just supposed to answer the question how you want to answer the question.
How you want to answer, exactly. Don't do that.
Right. But
he's like, overthinking the quiz.
You are overthinking it.
Hey, they was trying, walk me down a certain path, and I was like, nah, I'm not walking down that path.
I'm not that. And then the whole point is to find out what you are.
Exactly. And what he was makes total sense. But all right, keep going.
Yeah, what I was made total sense. Out of 100, quality time showed up like 30%. So quality time was 30%, and active service, strangely enough, was like 27%. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I think that was probably like wrong because I love Amazon gifts like to a T. Like I love getting like I do. I love getting like small stuff from Amazon, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and some other stuff that I wouldn't spend $15 on one Yu-Gi-Oh card, but I will make her spend $20 on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So I like gifts, but gifts was like the third one, and then everything else doesn't really matter.
So you want gifts more than
active service, for sure.
So she could give you all this stuff off Amazon, but if she just never offered to help you with anything or to like do nothing, you would be cool with it.
I'm a man. I have to take care of it myself. You feel me? You gotta take
care
of it.
I mean, literally. I mean, like, y'all live together.
I'm not saying 0%.
Y'all 0%. Y'all live together. You come in the house, she wanted, you do everything. You take the trash out, you do everything that the man do, you work, all that stuff. You don't want her to look at you and be like, yo, babe came in kind of tired last night.
Yo, that's where I live at right now. That's what I live at right now.
And you're single, and that's spam.
That's what I live at right now.
That's spam. That's something. And you complain about it. Do you not hit me with the
I don't always be complaining about it. No, I don't always be complaining about it, but yeah, it'd be crazy. But I'm not saying
your fault because you wanted to trick the test. Oh, you ain't got me figured out. Let me choose the opposite one. Who does that?
Nobody.
Man, this test was created by the man. So I'm a fighting the oppression. You ain't gonna dog walk me. I'm just sorry.
It was actually created by a man. Ironically,
was it?
Yeah, Gary Chapman is the man who authored the book on the love languages of your single, married, relationship, for family, for kids. He created the test.
Was
the
he
love
Cajun?
Language.
Caucasian.
I told you, please stop using that word. Yes, he's Caucasian.
He Cajun? Okay.
He's Caucasian.
I just wanted to know, was he Cajun or not?
Oh my God.
Cajun is a seasoning.
And that's what we are. Southern people. Stop.
So what did your test say? Like, so what was your top joints for your love languages?
So mine
Why you make that face?
Mine, who, me?
Yes.
Because mine was the invert. the inverse of Tuan's. My acts of service. So acts of service for me was 30%.
That is crazy.
Quality time was 27%. And then I think it was physical touch, work gifts, and then words of affirmation. They were like the last three. But yeah, ours were flipped. So
That's not far off. So I do kind of see like mine's probably being skewed a little bit because we kind of think the same because we're the same sign. So like I didn't realize that when I looked at the joint, but then that is fire right there.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Oh, the chest was trying to trick me.
It was.
A way.
I do got a question for Jazz though. My question is, like, do regular jazz and night jazz have the same love languages, or is it different?
Dang. We haven't even introduced night jazz, but they don't know what we're talking about.
Facts. We ain't even there yet.
All right, then y'all gonna have to wait. Y'all gonna have to wait on the
there yet.
Y'all gonna have to wait. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned and see night jazz.
Do Riley and Antoine have the same love language? Like, what's going on?
I feel like I've only taken it at night, so it's probably night Jasmine. So, yeah, because I don't feel comfortable telling people my love language. I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable telling them the top two, which is physical touch and quality time. And I'm like, but please don't touch me. Like, if you are not bae, don't touch me.
I feel you.
Touch me.
The physical touch thing was kind of weird because like when you was like me and you was kind of like raised in the 90s. One thing my mother always told me when I came home was like, did anybody touch you? And I always thought she was talking about like, did I get in a fight with people? But that was not what she was meant. Like back in the 90s, like, they was doing some foul stuff back then. So
that's true.
That's very true.
No, my mom would not pass me. Like, you know how people like have their babies and like everybody wants to hold them. My mom was like, we're not passing babies around church.
Not at all.
What we're not doing. My baby's not going to end up missing.
No, I agree. Yeah, my mom was the same way.
I love touching another person, but for another person to touch me, I'd be like, nah, G, like chill.
That's crazy.
I think I do that. And don't realize I do that.
Really?
Yeah, I think I touch people and like don't like, but only people I'm comfortable with. Like if I'm not comfortable with you like that, I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. Like I like touching people and I like having like physical contact with people. That's how I like let you know that I give a fuck about you. But it's very weird. I'm kind of like when I want to touch you, I want to touch you, but then, all right, leave me alone for like 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and touch you some more.
But you said something. You said something like love languages don't just only extend to like the person you dating. You said something about like it applies to like your friends as well, and like you said it was like another aspect of love languages. I forget. It was like
it's your friends. It applies. So you know, love languages applies to your friendships, your family, some acquaintances. Sometimes it's literally just how you expect to be loved, or how you need and want to receive love, and how you give it. And you know, me personally, I think that it really, like truly applies to your relationship, your significant other, your friendships, and your family. I wouldn't care to let a stranger know, you know, how to love me or whatever. Coworkers or none of that. I wouldn't. Yeah, like I think they do have like a love language for work, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. I don't care about none of y'all. Just make sure the check clear.
Now to me, if it was like love language, as far as work is concerned, active service is really important. It's really up there for me. It's like, yo, please, when I come in, make sure you got the line stocked with food. Like, I ain't trying to run in the back and get nothing or run downstairs and get nothing. So I can understand like how that will tie into like working, depending on what field you work in, hospitality and like video production and all that stuff. Like, please set me up properly. Please take the time to think about me. But like, I know y'all fields is kind of different, so y'all might not, give a fluff, but yeah.
Yeah, please act as a team. Like they're
Yeah.
supposed to do that. That's an expectation for me. please, please handle what you need to handle, and
Yeah.
I don't have to carry the team.
So for me, I think we put it in there, but they also had an apology language quiz. I think that would apply for me more so with work. It's not, I don't need you to know how to like love or show care about me, but I do need you to know how to right or wrong or whatever. Cause I'm in law, poli sci, corporate-esque stuff. So and some mentality of the corporate world is you can't get too caught up in like emotions or caring if people like you or what needs to is really about the bottom line and getting everything done and productive. And you have situations where it'll be miscommunications or you get your wires crossed. You thought one thing, somebody thought another thing, somebody did something, you was whatever the case may be. And I think it's more important to know how to accept accountability and write that instead of the other particulars. Or that's probably just me, but I don't know.
I guess that makes sense. How did you score on your apology quiz joint?
Hold on, I'm looking right now. Sorry, y'all. So I think my apology language was genuinely repent and accept responsibility.
Gotta repent.
And I think that applies for I know for me personally that translates into my relationships, friendships, familiar situations as well. Like as long as you genuinely are sorry for what you did and you take responsibility for it, then that's fine with me.
Yes, Antoine.
Yes, sir.
What do repent mean?
So repent. All right. In my mind,
take this one.
Yeah, go ahead,
you got this one.
It means to confess your sins.
Oh, to confess your sins.
Yes, fess up to what you did.
Exactly. So that kind of doubles for take responsibility. Like those are the two biggest things for me. As long as you say what you did and accept responsibility for it, then boom, that's fine.
I don't know about that repent thing. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't want somebody to tell you what they did wrong so that you understand that they know what they did wrong?
Like I know what they did wrong. So like you don't want to tell me what they did wrong. But if it was me and I had to like repent, like I don't know.
Oh, you're not trying to say what you did wrong.
Like I'll take the charge. Like when I seen your like percentages for which each was, I already knew without taking the test what mine was going to be. And it was going to be 100% make restitution. What can we do to make this shit right? Like, what can we do to get this shit right and back on track? And maybe accept responsibility, because accept responsibility was on there too. But some of the other stuff that was on the apology love languages, I was not for. The ask for forgiveness, nah, bro. The express regret, nah, bro. And the genuinely repent, nah, bro. What can Esco do to make this joint right? Like, what is it gonna cost me? Is it gonna cost me a weekend of work? You feel me? Like, I'll take a weekend off from work and spend time with you. It's gonna take some cuddles. Like, let me know it's gonna take some heat. Let me know what's gonna take to get this joint back running right. You feel me?
You can repent.
Repent?
You can repent. That's what's gonna take.
Repent? That's like telling me to beg.
No, see, and
No.
that's no, and I see that's okay. Here we go.
Here we
I
go.
think so. Let's take it back to the relationship aspect, right? If I need you to, if a part of you apologizing to me is repenting, and you're telling me what you did wrong, I think that's a good thing because it's so many times in relationships where people will either try to just fix without understanding what's wrong, or they'll just do something because they don't want to own up to what they did. They're like, all right, well, if I just do this, you know, all right, it's out the
Sweep
window
it
now.
under
It's
the rug,
over.
you
It's
feel me?
sweeping under the rug. Right. But if you genuinely say, okay, I don't know, yeah, babe, I understand that me saying that, whatever is what hurt your feelings and made you upset, then that's the thing. Because too many times you hear people say, oh, I gotta keep saying the same thing over and
Over
over
and
and
over and
over.
over again. You're right. You're right.
And what do we always say? The best form of apology is changing your behavior.
That's
Right.
fact.
So if you're not telling me what you did or what you said that was the problem, are you really changing? Are you really like?
I think I think the problem is like history repeats itself because people don't understand the problem. They don't understand what they did wrong. So he's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," but he doesn't know what he's apologizing for. All he knows is that you're upset, and he thinks "I'm sorry" is just good enough. Like he's like, "What more do I need to say? What more do I need to say?"
I'm sorry,
And
it's not good enough, fellas. You're going to have to come off
not.
some head.
I'm sick of you. No, but it applies to women. It applies to women too. Like, and as a woman, I had to learn that, like, because we kind of responsible sometimes too for just being like, oh, well, if we do this, he'll forgive us, he'll be fine. But you genuinely have to understand like what the problem is, and because sometimes what I find with guys, it's more of a one time, like, oh, this one thing, like literally this one thing upset me. It's not repeated behavior, it's just this thing you said or you did.
But let's talk about that. Let's talk about the ladies apologizing. Let's talk about that, because sometimes that apology be real short-lived, bro. It can be, they can mess up, they can like spill coffee on your J's or something like that, and they know that they fucked up, and it be real short-lived, bro. They may be in a doghouse for like maybe like 5-10 minutes, and then next thing you know, they on your ass about something. So let's talk about that.
You're gonna have to ask a specific question.
Talk about it. You want to talk about it? Come on, talk about it.
Let's talk about that. So when y'all when the ladies fuck up, okay, like, so what is y'all, like, in y'all methodology? How do y'all get it back right? How do y'all fix the situation? You feel me? Like, that's my question. That's what I want to know. Like, how do y'all fix it without providing ass? Like, if you did not have to provide ass or head, how would y'all fix the situation? That's like the cheat code. That's like a fast resolution.
Go ahead, Deej.
Hey, yo. So old me was very much that person.
You're nodding for
like,
keep it a stack.
No, I'm saying,
I appreciate the honesty. Keep it a stack.
Under 26 Deej was very much that, like, oh, that's amazing. All right, cool. 3,000 will make everything right. But so y'all know, my last long-term relationship, it was 4 years, and like that relationship taught me a lot, like taught me everything. So I literally had to understand and learn, like, you have to be able to reciprocate what you're expecting. And if I'm the type of person where I want you to like let me know what you did, accept responsibility for it so we can move forward, and I also have to be willing to give that as well. Like, regardless of being a woman or not, or who's older, who's younger, what the gender role may be or whatever. So yeah, so Deej now, 28 going on 29, Deej is very much okay. if I genuinely don't know what the problem is or what I did or what is upsetting you, then I need you to have a little bit of grace that I'm willing to give back as well. I need you to have a little bit of grace and kind of like walk me through, because I'm kind of slow sometimes. I don't pick up on everything. Sometimes I'm slow.
I got you.
If you genuinely like, if you tell me, okay, look, this is what upset me, then I can be like, okay, I apologize. You know, it won't happen again. You know, I'll work on it. And yeah, all you can really expect is for somebody to understand what they did wrong and genuinely work to not make that same mistake.
That's all we asked for. We ain't asking for nothing wild for you. We just asking
Jazz
for that.
Jazz like, huh?
Jazz like,
Like,
nah, she ain't with it.
No, no. I feel like both parties need to be able to communicate that. Like, if there's a problem, don't just have an attitude. You need to be able to, I'm not done. You need to be able to talk to each other about it. Like, so if he's mad that I did something, I need him to say that. I need him to communicate what it is that he's specifically mad about. Because if I'm like, well, it was just this, why are you so upset? But it might be deeper than that. It might have been a trigger for him.
Right.
But if I don't know that, what am I apologizing for? I'm like, you're mad that I stepped on your shoes. These shoes my so-and-so gave me, and that's why it's
my
such a big
grandmother
deal.
gave me that chain. Yeah. My grandmother gave me my chain. I did have a question for Jazz. My question was, have you ever been in the doghouse before? I have been in the doghouse many a times, and I had to take the charge, and I had to make restitutions and make it right. I had to, sign my name in blood and come back right. So have you ever been in the doghouse before?
What counts as the doghouse? Like,
the doghouse
more than 24 hours, or
this is whatever you deem.
Whatever
you deem to be like, oh, I was in shit that day. Like, yeah.
I guess so. I made him I don't know. We can talk about this. I already deleted him off of everything. So, we were supposed to go out. Like, we made plans to go out on this cruise. It wasn't even like he planned the cruise or anything. He was piggybacking off of his friend's cruise, and it was like, oh, we're gonna go together. It's gonna be cute. We're gonna like do couple things and stuff. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't paying for it, but whatever. So, and I was like, he really had to talk me into it because I really wasn't feeling it. I was like, $60? Like $60 for us to hang out on the boat? I don't get it. But UMBC was having a thing that day. So I tried to do both. And long story short, I made us miss the cruise. And he wasn't even upset about missing his friend's birthday party because I told him he could go without me. He was just upset that we couldn't be a couple together on the boat. Yeah, I was wrong for making him miss the... I was trying to find... Y'all know parking in Baltimore. And I was in the county. And I was trying. I was working on it. So
said this was your debut. Missing your debut for real.
Yeah, y'all supposed to step out that night. He had his best shit on that night.
No thanks. He was
had
ready.
His haircut and everything. He even went to the rinky dink barber, the barber that always mess people hair cut up. God forbid the barber didn't fuck his head on up or nothing. He was good. He was like,
okay,
dang, everything.
You guys put it that way. Okay, I guess it is a big deal.
He was like, everything went right, man. I went to the bad.
He had the Armani for real. He was smelling good, had the fresh cut.
He was ready to show out.
He was ready.
Missing a boat is like the equivalent of like missing your flight. Like dang, you just sitting there sick as a dog, like dang. And then
my friends on the boat.
You don't be trying to be mad at your shorty, but you be like, yo, dang, yo, you really make me miss the It's the joint. Like what?
He was hot. He was so mad.
And shout out to that man, yo. Hopefully, damn. Man, shout out to him, bro.
Nah,
Man.
that's crazy. I know me too. I've been in the doghouse quite a few times, and it wasn't with Isaac. Honestly, most of the times it wasn't because like I did something wrong. It was because my mouth is crazy, and I
So he was
said
talking wild crazy.
I was talking wild crazy because I said what I said, and I said it, and I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
And meant it.
And I don't care, and I meant it. You can choke on it.
Damn.
So yeah, so most of the time it was literally just my mouth was ridiculous. Yeah, I'm a crybaby too, so it was like you can't come at me a certain way, but I'm gonna come at you wild crazy.
You gotta watch the crybabies because they be using that tears and the cry joint against you, man. Woo.
I mean, if it works, it works. If it works, it works.
They be trying to use that joint against you. And
if it works, it works.
I'm gonna tell you right now, guys do not like be liking when shorty be crying. They don't like that, especially if it's in public or something like that. Oh boy, definitely don't like that. That's like a nah. Like y'all got like an insta win in that situation. Guys be dealt. All right, baby. All right, baby. All right. Like it's cool. Like it's all right. Like dang, like I wanted her to be a little bit mad, a little bit longer, but all right. Like, cause y'all start that crying stuff. You don't gotta even ask Esco, was he has he ever
even care?
You don't even gotta ask.
No facts. And you don't even be really crying. It's just like the little face.
Theatrical.
The theatrics. I'm dramatic as hell. It would just be a look in the face, and he'd be like, damn, all right.
God forbid if she's sensitive. You don't gotta even ask me, have I been in a doghouse before? Yes. I've been in the doghouse many a times before, and I have escaped the doghouse.
How?
Yeah, how?
The boy is good. I can't give everybody the recipe of how I escape, but like I escaped the doghouse with the bestest of finesse. I had to take puff deals to get out of the doghouse sometimes. Man, sometimes it cost me a little bit. Sometimes it cost me a lot, but just know that, Esco got out of the doghouse, got joined back right. And like, when I know I'm in the doghouse, I be looking like, dang, bro.
And that's when languages come into play. Like, if you know your person, like, you know what they like and what they don't like, you good.
Hey, sometimes you gotta come through with that turtle cheesecake, boy. That turtle cheesecake can do it. Sometimes you gotta come through with a couple of books. Sometimes you gotta plan a spectacular outing. Sometimes you just gotta show up early and do the cuddle joint, and then sometimes you may have to come off some heat. It's gonna cost you a little bit. It's gonna cost you a lot, but
but did that really cost you? Like,
hey,
if it's your girl, did it really cost you?
It cost you a little bit, cost you a lot sometimes, but it just how the game goes. Guys, y'all need to really learn. Y'all need to learn about these love languages. So like when the pop quizzes come up, y'all can ace them. And when y'all get put in the doghouse, y'all can get out of that joint with the swiftness.
Oh, when I first start talking to a guy, I'm like, what's your love language? Oh, you don't know it? Here's the quiz.
Dang, that's
no
crazy.
Thanks. And that's what I was about to say. So something that a lot of people have been like mentioning now is, do you like, is it wise to like be upfront about what your love language is? Like, what do y'all think?
As long as you don't get specifics, don't give them the blueprint. But like, if your love language is acts of service, you should tell them that, and then they can come up with an idea of what acts of service may look like by paying attention to you. But I mean, like, if you told them gifts, you wouldn't tell them like specifically what gifts you want.
Right.
They would have to pay attention.
Right.
Well, as guys, girls ain't really buying us gifts out like that. So, like, if our shit was gifts, we probably not getting much. So, damn. That's kind of fucked up. So that's kind of so
that's
one
just
got the,
your experience,
so
right? That's
one got
your
the
experience.
one got the one
and
got
she
the
likes
4.
you.
She going right.
She gonna buy me some. She gonna buy me those $400 Jordan Retro 4s.
Nah, y'all not.
If-
You're not her man.
Damn, that's crazy. That's cool how they do you, Twan boy. They do you wrong.
You want me to come up $400 for some shoes and you not my man?
$400 Retro 4s. They $400 Retro 4s. Like, and they burgundy too. I want them, but I ain't trying to spend $400 on it.
No, he's talking about his girlfriend, right? He's not
No,
talking
he's
about
talking
us.
about he's talking about a girl he dating.
Hey, anybody podcast or not podcast can buy me the $400 Retro 4s, the burgundy joints. They just dropped like 2 months ago. Like, please hit the cash app. Please. Please hit the cash app, hook your boy up, sponsor me for sure.
I'm not doing this with you tonight.
Hey, sometimes a closed mouth don't get fed.
That's very true.
Hello.
Closed mouth don't get fed. So sometimes you gotta talk it up, fellas. Y'all gotta talk it up. Y'all want something from y'all girls and y'all shoulders. Y'all gotta say something. Y'all be like, baby, buy me this. Buy me this Red Eyes Black Dragon. It costs $25. Don't tell them it costs $25. Just say you need $25. Because you tell them if they find out they spending $25 on one Yu-Gi-Oh card, man, they're gonna get mad. So hey, the whole point is for you not to spend that money, boy. Listen, King. You gotta listen.
I can't.
I think not knowing love languages in the beginning has been bad for me. Like, because guys will be like, "You're not affectionate," and I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, who else am I talking to 4 a.m? Like, so because my love language is quality time, and to them, like, affection was touching and words of affirmation, and I was just they didn't communicate it to me.
I can kind of see why they be saying it, because sometimes you be seeming kind of cold, like if
Antoine.
sometimes you be seeming kind of cold, like you could probably get like super cold, and I be looking like I'm just outsider looking in, but I be looking like, man, Jazz probably get mighty cold sometimes. Like once she warm up, like she's probably super affectionate, super lovey-dovey and bubbly and all that. You get all that. But like if you in the get to know her phase and you don't come 100% correct, on your Q's and Q's, woo, man, things can get kind of cold for you, brother.
Listen.
You better pack a coat.
I mean, how do I say this? No, I'm really trying to think about the best way to say this. So I think one of the problems, so I'm conflicted on it. I think that it's great if you know your love language and I know mine. Depending on where we might be at, I think I can tell you what I need. Or if I determine that I want us to be friends. I know Twan hates that I like being friends with.
Yeah, you be throwing that friends out very loosely.
No, because like I like being friends with somebody before I engage with them, for a relationship.
Yeah, that's old-fashioned values.
That's old-fashioned, right? So if we friends, I want to know, and I want to know what your love language is, so I can work on building a friendship. My issue that I've been running into, and I don't know if it's just a sign thing. I know we all say we hate relegating shit to signs.
Yeah.
But the Scorpios that I be talking to, they don't give you nothing. It's like clothes, like, nah, I'm a still trap, sis. I'm like, damn, I can't read you. So like, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you need? And it's like you try to go on an assumption or whatever. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And not even just to relegate the Scorpios. I've been finding that a lot of guys that I've been running into, I guess they feel like putting their love language out there, no matter how a baseline you make it, is a form of vulnerability. And I don't know if they're kind of like, well, you can use that against me, or whatever the case may be. So it's like they're not willing to put that out there.
That's a hard person to love. I mean, like it, it's gonna take time. If you have patience for that, go ahead.
You gotta
But
play the long
that's
game,
a
I guess.
lot.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't. I was just gonna say I don't know. Guys be tripping. Some of my fellas be tripping nowadays, and like the only love language they kind of probably care about, and these kind of like immature guys don't take them as all guys, is like just the physical touch. Like, are you coming off that ass or some head? And that's all they care about. But like guys who actually got their urges in check, like okay, they do care about the other love languages for sure, but like I said, I didn't know about love languages, and I keep my ear to the ground. So I'd be surprised if other guys probably know about it as well. So maybe it's something to make it more common, or hopefully this podcast really get it out there and have people actually taking the test and the quiz and learn about okay, what love languages is associated with them. Guys can tell you what they like, but they don't probably know like, oh, a love language is associated behind the things that I like. You feel me? So that's just me.
mhm. Yeah. So plus I think it plays into the what we say about the culture now. Everybody want to be like so hard and don't want to be. I don't know. Don't want to have feelings and emotions and whatnot. So it's like, why do I need to worry about that when I'm just not trying to get played or be seen as a certain type of way or whatever. So
It's crazy you mentioned that because that kind of ties into the whole aspect of like the dating game. Like it's very interesting. Because like my mentor and another podcast I listen to, the guy Smooth, he often says that like okay, we kind of like live in the we in the game of finesse and leverage. You gotta kind of like always keep your finesse game and leverage game on 110, and the moment you drop it to 9 you get finesse. So like whoever can, I guess, finesse the other person the best or manipulate the situation, they can get whatever desired outcome they want. If it's a guy trying to finesse a girl, he can get some ass. And if it's a girl trying to finesse a guy, she can get, a guy that's gonna simp over her and get some money out of him. So it is kind of crazy how, the whole, game of dating, even though y'all probably agree. Go ahead, Deej.
isn't Smooth married?
Yeah, he's married, but doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily
isn't
mean that
Smooth
he's married
married?
now. He's married now.
No,
He's married.
they've been that man been married. You forgetting I
He's
watch the
married
same
now. But
shit
you act
you
like
watch.
yes,
He's been married for 8 years.
but you act like
8
smooth. But
years.
you act like smooth wasn't in the game before. He was in the
He's been
game,
married
How
for eight
long ago was
years.
that?
but he was
He's
been in.
been married for 8
He
years.
been in the
How long
game though
ago was it?
before. Come on,
How
You
long ago was
listening
the
to a
game?
dean who
Because
was
it
happily
changes.
married for 8 years.
I'm glad. I'm listening to a dean that's happily married for 8 years.
You're
Maybe he
listening
giving
to a
me
dean telling you about a dating culture now who has been married for 8 years.
this dating game of finesse and leverage have been transpiring probably in the past 10 years. He's been married in 8 years. So 2 of those years he was out there finessing and leveraging. And just because you're married or you're engaged doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be a coach in the game and you can't wingman for your fellas that's out there. Because I be out there winging for my guys all the time.
But you're
Like
single.
I'm single, but I be out there winging for my guys all the time. And it's very important for me to know the market of the dating game so I can better wing for my guys and girls in the current game that we live in. You feel me? So it's very important.
And you're a
Now
part of it.
it seems like the dating game post high school, because anything in high school don't really count for real. How those high school relationships used to be back in the day. People, she would be with the guy for 2 weeks and then break up with him and be with another guy for 2 weeks and then break up. You know how that is. Every relationship lasts like 2 weeks or whatever. If you're special, then it may last a little bit longer than that. But it seemed like after high school and you enter your 20s, in your 30s, as a guy, they kind of want you to, get with as many women as you possibly can, without getting any of them pregnant and catching any STDs, and avoid commitment at all costs. You feel me? And you should do that until well into your 30s and stuff like that, and then settle down with a woman that you find that you love. But it seemed like nobody really take dating serious nowadays because it takes so much time and energy. People, if you're not conversating the right way, or you just, the conversation maybe jumping the first day they inbox you or DM you or whatever case may be, and then next day you may give like 80% of that energy. The next day you may get 60%, and then next thing you know, they ghost you. So it's like, dang, the joint is kind of crazy.
So what is a dating game to you then?
What is the
specifically, not everybody else.
What is the dating game to me? Like, the dating game is kind of for me as a single guy, the dating the dating market is kind of fucked up. It's like really messed up. Don't get me wrong. No offense to nobody, no offense to the ladies, but like, the pickings are very slim. It's very slim. It's a lot of abused women out there. Not just like sexually abused, but like abused from like past family dramas or whatever the case may be. Toxic relationships they've been in. So it's that. It's the Instagram girls and stuff like that who want a guy who's make $100,000. That's all for that clubhouse I was in. They was talking about a guy gotta have 100 bands minimum just to talk to them. There's a lot of single moms out here. Not saying single moms is not good, but their kids is always their top priority, and etc. So it's like, as a guy, that's trying to build something like for yourself and for the future, it's like, man, like, I really don't have much to like really work with out here. You feel me? So it's like, and then you don't want to try to talk to anything and anybody, because like I said, it takes time and energy and resources. So like, you just gotta move extra caution out here. We always be open to conversation. I always be open to conversation and see where it goes. But like, when you see red flags, run. Like, run. Don't entertain it. Run. It doesn't matter how kicked up, kicked out and stacked she is, or how good the job that she working is, boy. Run. You feel me? It ain't right. What do y'all think the dating game is like out here?
Okay, I'll go. So I think there's a difference between the dating game and dating. Like, I feel like the dating game is whoever catches feelings first loses. Ooh. But if you're like intentionally dating, you're actually trying to find somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and somebody with common ground.
Mm-hmm.
But dating has been dating.
Ghetto.
So ghetto. I'm so over it. I am on break from dating. It's just not what it used to be. It's giving ghetto. For sure.
Ghetto.
For sure. It's lacking.
Severely lacking everything.
So how do you date? Like, how do you date somebody without catching feelings, when feelings is kind of what attracted you to the person that you're trying to date? Like,
you asking me specifically, or like other people?
Yeah, I'm kind of asking
how do other people do it?
Like you said, whoever catches feelings first loses. So it's like, how do you date without catching feelings when feelings is a part of the dating process?
Because you're just going out on the date and you're like, okay, this is good company, but I don't see myself going further with this person, so let's just keep it at this. This is what this person is here for, but they're not for anything else.
I get that. I can understand that. So me, I think I told you before, I don't think it's a game. To me, a game implies like that I said, a winner or a loser.
There's a lot of people losing out here though.
Right. So I like me personally, I don't. So if I'm dating at 28, I'm dating intentionally. Like
Mm-hmm.
it may not end up in marriage, but I'm dating with intention. Like I intend to be in a relationship with you. So I don't see it as a game. Like I said, games have winners and losers. You can switch strategies, figure out how to do something different. Like I don't have time for that. Like I'm not playing a game with you. I'm not playing a game with how I feel, how you feel, none of that.
Exactly.
I'm old, like Tuan said, I'm old school for real. A lot of people don't move like this anymore, and it's probably because of social media. Everybody got short attention spans and can't pay attention to anything for more than a couple days, weeks, months. But if I want to be with you, I want to like build a friendship with you. I want to have. So if I can't see you being my friend, if we can't even like have a solid, stable friendship, then I already kind of know that it's not gonna go anywhere. And then even just and I told this to my best friends the other day. I had a situation where I was talking to a guy, and I kind of I had an aha moment this week where I realized that I matured in such a way because the old me used to be like, if I liked you, like just off those initial, euphoric feelings, it was like, oh, I like you, so this has to work. This has to go somewhere. But now, I had a moment where I had a guy, and I'm like, I like him. He's a great guy. There's nothing wrong with him. But I can be honest and say I didn't really see it going any place further than what it was, or not at all. So you just when you reach a level of self-awareness, able to be honest with yourself, understand that your feelings don't make you weak or anything like that. Like everybody has fucking feelings, whether it's more hurt than positive, or more positive than hurt, or equal balance of both. Everybody is feeling out here. So I don't play games. Like the finesse and leverage shit that's smooth and them toting. I don't subscribe to that. Like they can have it.
It's a dangerous game to play. It's to play with somebody's feelings.
Right.
No, that's very dangerous. Like you don't know what will take that person. Like that person can be the nicest person ever, but all the nice women are on Snap, so they burning people's house down and stuff like that, killing him, and you can't play with people's feelings because you don't know what would be that trigger to have them end up in jail.
If you don't have anything to kind of like live for and anything you working with, okay, like that makes sense. But when you got something that you're trying to build, or you got investments that you are investing in and some more stuff, it's like, man, my actions got consequences. So you want to be very like, like you want to proceed with caution when you're dealing with people and when you're talking to people, for sure. You don't want no shorty, acting wild crazy at your new business that you open up, or like keying your new 7 Series Benz, your 745. You'll be sick as the dog when you come out there.
But see, that's my thing. Like I agree with that. I'm totally for caution. Like people interchange caution for being like hard up. You can be one without being the other. And then the other portion of that, you have to know someone first to understand what the consequences would be with them. So if you're moving in a way where you're not trying to get to know the person, you just like, oh, I like you, I'm attracted to you, we've been talking every day for the past week, and I got these little dopamine euphoric feelings, now I want to be everything with you. You're not gonna properly gauge what somebody is, or how they will react, or like how they would carry something.
It's not the same as summer crushes around grandmas though. Like it's not the same as the summer crushes that you used to have around grandma's house that you see her every summer and she still look bad. It's not like that.
Well, we older now.
We older now. So like We learn a lot.
Can't move like that no more. Like you can't just say, "Oh, I see you every day in school, so I got a crush on you. We can be together." Like, no, it's not. It's not that anymore. Like we're past that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a turn off. It's like
we,
you can't. So you like me based off my looks, and you want to get married?
yes, sir. Well,
What?
not the married part, not
Hold
the
you
on,
wanna
not the married part.
back up. That is too
right?
much, and you should be very cautious of people who love bomb.
That
Mm-mm.
too.
What
That too. It's like I was
what is a
telling
love
Twan,
bomb?
it's when you literally like pour all these fucking emotions and like say you love somebody
All
within
in the
like a
beginning.
week or 2 weeks of
Yeah,
talking to them. And that's another one of my
I'm
issues.
about to start doing that.
Oh, please don't.
Mm-mm.
Please don't.
Mm-mm.
It's either
But,
one extreme. It
drop
seems to
three
be
this
either
week.
one extreme or the other. It's either I'm closed off and I don't want you to know me at all. I'm gonna be a brick wall, or it's yeah, I love you. Like we need to be together like tomorrow, and then we want to get married like next week, and it's like what?
So it seemed like there's no like moderation with it. Like I guess in the current climate of things, people don't know how to kind of like moderate. Like give me like don't give me you every day, but don't
No,
give me every
it's
now and
they're
then.
doing. No, they're doing. You don't even know the person, and you're telling them, "Oh, I love you. I want to be with you forever. I want this. I like this," and it's just too much.
My man Morocco did it, and he got 2 kids by Songo. So
But no. So Songo and Moroku were together for a year.
and
Not together, but they were fighting demons. They were friends in the same group for at least a year and a half. They were fighting Naraku
what did he? But
before they got together.
what did he say when he first met her?
He told the Morocco said that to every woman he met.
What,
I love you and I want you to have my baby.
I
So
want you to bear my
immediately,
children. That's
so
what he
immediately
said.
Songo was like, "Oh, this is your go-to line, period." But they were
It
together
worked.
and they were friends and they built something for a minute. And then Songo, when they got to the end of it, was like, "Okay, I see the type of man that you are. Once you get
Right.
past the bullshit of, oh, I want you to marry me and bear my children, I see your character now. So
Shout out to
now
that
I
man.
want to be with you." It's not no, oh, I want you to marry me and bear my children. And then 2 weeks later, Songo was like, yeah, let's do it. No,
Now
And
not
it's
at all.
I have a question. I do have a question. Should you date? Like, should you be participating in the whole dating thing if you do not have your life together or you're broke? This is preferably tailored towards my brothers. I've been watching a lot of people who've been talking about dating and life coaches and stuff like that, and they said, man, if you're not making money and you're broke, you probably shouldn't be out here dating for real because you know it costs to date. It costs a lot of money to date, and like if any situations stem from your dating, like you got a couple little woodies on the way, it's like man, like you don't have no means of like taking care of them. So I wanna know your opinions on this. So should you consider dating if you, I guess, don't have your life together or you don't have any money? You know what? Why you looking so crazy, Jazz? Come on.
we told you about that word.
Right.
Oh,
What is
crazy.
what is having your life together? Like, what do you mean?
Like having your life together. So let's say like let's say you're 28 and you're not even making 25,000 a year. You feel me? So that's like you're still probably making like 950, $10 an hour, or whatever the case may be. You don't have a whip. Like you don't have your ish together. You feel me? Like, should you consider dating? Like, should you be out there dating multiple women and stuff like that? Like, participating in sexual activities. Should you be doing that where you in that place in life, or should you be like single and focus on getting your bag up, building up a skill set, bettering yourself?
I think you should always be trying to better yourself. I think he should be upfront about, oh, I don't have it. Like, so I can't take you out on all these luxurious dates and stuff like that. Um, yeah, because a lot of women are accepting of guys that are broke. So I don't know where this came from because I've dated a lot of broke men. So
Talk
I'm like,
about
maybe
it.
I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one
No.
that's done it. But
Talk
I don't
about
know.
it. I had that conversation with Berber the other night. Like I told,
Bruh.
like, you know who I'm talking about that time, but
Yeah,
Berber, I
bruh.
told him, I was like, yo, I was like, women are more likely to not. It's not that we don't care, but it's we're more willing to like work with you as long as we see you like moving and progressing.
Progressing.
The minute you start getting in a comfort zone or you feel like, well, I don't have to move or progress because she got me, then that's the problem. It's like,
He
no,
got no plan
right. You had no plan
to
for yourself.
I know she got it because she looking at me like she want it.
But even if I got it, you still had to be working. It's just it's the same way with men. Like men sit there and be like, oh, we don't want no woman that's just going not do not. Okay, as long as she's building and progressing herself, that
Right.
should be all that really matters. Like I don't like I'm confused. Me personally, I'm upset and I'm triggered because I'm confused. Because I hear so many men talk about, oh, I don't wanna like women are too focused on getting their bags and they're too focused on their careers and they're too focused on themselves. So I don't want no woman like that. I don't want
character
no,
development.
right. She's too focused on building her.
Person.
She's too focused on becoming a better person. And I don't. That's too much. She don't need me. She don't need no man. But then at the same time, if I turn around and I'm like, all right, daddy, I don't gotta do nothing. Like you gonna pay for everything, do for everything. You look at me like I'm crazy. So it has like you can't have it. You can't have it both ways.
Which
I'm
is
sorry.
it?
Which one is
Which
it?
is it?
So and like I said, I found with women now, like you said, 20, it's kind of the culture is kind of shifting, and some women now are having the same energy. They're like, well, shit, if you want me to have everything together, then boo, you gotta have everything together and be able to pay for this, and the third. But
so I'm gonna match your energy.
I'm gonna match your energy.
Right.
But if
and I
you're
think
the
that's
type,
a problem. That's a big problem.
how is that a problem?
It's a problem because everybody is kind of like expecting like a finished product, and like nobody is finished. Even people that you know make millions of dollars, like they not even finished with their character development. You know, they got millions of dollars, billions of dollars at their disposal. Like check out Jay-Z. He got billions of dollars at his disposal. He not just sitting at home on the couch. Like he's still out there making money moves. You know, looking for something to like, I guess like satisfy his life and stuff like that. So like when it comes to like dating people, I want a man who always have X, Y, and Z, or I want a girl that have X, Y, Z, this, and this. It's like when you find somebody, you're not going to find somebody that is a finished product. You're going to find somebody that's working on themselves. It's like, do you like them or at their current stage in life, and like, are you willing to kind of like, you know, ride with them from where they at to, you know, where they want to be and where you're going to be standing side by side with them. So that's just my take on it. You know, everybody kind of want a finished product.
So why are you like that?
Why I'm like that? Like what?
Why do you want a finished product?
I don't want a finished product.
I'm about to call you out on this here Zoom.
See,
I'm about to call you out on this here Zoom.
I be capping a lot.
Now you be capping.
Yeah. I be capping a lot because you know you always gotta keep them thinking, boy. You gotta
call them on the cap. I'm not capping, but now I'm calling you out on that.
Wait, all right, hold it down. So what did I say, Deej? Go ahead.
You always say that you are single, which I can respect.
Right.
You always say that you don't want to date because you don't feel like
what up?
You don't want to date because you don't feel like you're in the proper space in your life. Okay?
That's a fact.
I give you that. But you also had this list of like what your girl gotta have and bring in order for her to like be with you.
That's
and
true.
From the list that you've been giving me, I told you from down, you want something finished, like,
and you be like, I wouldn't want nothing finished. I want something that is a lot further than what I've been seeing. You feel me? Like a lot further in that development than what I've been seeing. Like girls mature better and mature faster than boys. That is true. That is true. But then like some girls kind of stop at a certain point. Like, okay, they stop at like 25 as far as like their maturity level, and then they be like 28, 29, 30, and they be acting just like they 25. Like, like
But that's anybody. That's not just women.
Yeah,
that's
not
anybody.
just that's not just women, but I'm just telling you what I see. I'm not asking for a finished product because, like, trust and believe, we got way more cooking to do. Like, you've been cooking dolo. She been cooking dolo for a long time, like for a fact. And I've been cooking dolo I'm cooking dolo right now. So when we get together, it's like, okay, what's cooked together? Like, I'm talking about going on trips, cooking together. I'm talking about making money moves. I'm talking about 2+2 coops. No 4 doors, because we don't need those, but coop life to the fullest. Hashtag coop life in the bios and the couple pictures and everything. I'm putting a supercharger in my joint today, and I'm putting a supercharger in your joint tomorrow just to have it in here. Like, and people just gonna be hating. Like, if you can't get down, and then she can't get down with me putting the supercharger in a 03, 04 Corolla, I don't know if it's gonna work, baby girl. Cause I'm stupid like that.
I could respect the vision. I don't have no problem with the vision. That's not what I'm talking about. The vision is fine, but how do I say this nicely? It seems like you are kind of immovable when it comes to your expectations of her. So I guess the reason I feel like you want a finished product is because let's say you do meet that girl, right? Mm-hmm. Who's constantly working and moving. She cooking on her own, you cooking on your own. Mm-hmm. All right, boom. I may not financially be where y'all want to be or anything like that, but y'all cooking. And then like something happened tomorrow. So she loses her job. She out here like struggling for a little bit.
She been cooking though. She got bands. She got bands in the back.
What is she? What is she doing? What if she's everything and she cooking and she paying the bills? She got the bomb job, but then something happened and the one downfall is, damn, I didn't have a backup for real. And so it's kind of like she down bad a little bit. Then what? Because it seems like the way you be thinking is like, oh, I can't fuck with her. Period.
How you gonna get back, baby girl? Like, how you gonna get back on top? Like, if she cooking the way that she say she cooking and she thinking she cooking, then she already got a contingency plan on somewhere. She already even knows somebody that she can on LinkedIn that she gonna talk to, or she already got a way to cash out of something and turn something that's not liquid into liquid. You feel me? To hold her over. Like, she got a way to cook. Cause that's how I'm cooking. And that's how I believe, and I always recommend other people to cook too. Like, yo, make sure y'all got some money saved up. This is not nothing new. People have been saying this for a while. Put some money away for a rainy day. So like, people just don't be listening. If she been cooking the way she been cooking, she's educated, she know I need to put some stacks away. And if COVID ain't teach these people to put some stacks away, I don't know what to say. But Esco is not expecting a finished product. I'm just want something that's a lot further along of what I've been seeing. You feel me? That's just me. And maybe I'm asking for a little bit too much. But Esco also would still take the girl that work at McDonald's too. You feel me? I would still take the girl that work at McDonald's too. If she could talk wild crazy to me. If she could talk wild crazy to me and put me down with some game, I'll talk to somebody talking wild crazy that work at McDonald's or LA Fitness. But that's besides the fact.
So if she work at McDonald's or LA Fitness and don't have no backup fans, she's good.
I didn't say that. I said
I can't make no backup bands working at McDonald's. I got bills.
I didn't. No. Some people got money or relatives make alphabet pass away or something like that, and they may be blessed.
What if they don't?
Or they may.
She don't.
Everybody that's got $2,000 STEMI.
Nah, what if she
Everybody
don't?
that's got the STEMI. So
What if she don't? Then what?
Everybody that's got the STEMI now.
You not trying to answer the question. If she don't, then what?
We're gonna have to move accordingly.
Bye.
We're gonna have to move accordingly. We're gonna go and close the show. I gotta say, man, this podcast episode was fire. It was that heat. It had everything. I really appreciate, just this is support going forward, and everybody who's looking forward towards the show. Hopefully, this exceeded your expectations compared to the first one. And I'm telling you, we got way more heat coming on the way. Like, please just stay tuned. We about to be any and everywhere. So, like, please look out. Can y'all shout out your social medias and everything of that matter, please?
All right, so y'all already know it's xoxodeej.com. Follow me on the blog. I'm gonna have everything for the pod up there. Everything for me and my best friend. We have a pod coming. Shout out to Black Girl Speaks. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _xoxodeej. Twitter the same way. That's me.
Hey. Okay, so I am Jazzie from keepingitjazzie.com. Keeping it, no G, IT, _ Jazzie, JAZZIE.
And you already know it's the host. You already know it's the hostess with the mostest, Riley Escobar. You can find me on Instagram at Riley_Escobar. Also, RZ_media, RZ Productions, where a lot of the stuff going to be posted as far as some of the BTS and behind the scenes stuff of the podcast. And shout out to Deej for actually creating the Instagram for the podcast. Deej can tell you that right now, and we're gonna be posting some clips and stuff of the show over there. So Deej.
Yeah, so when we go live, which will be this week on Thursday, the IG for the pod is Cafe Hours Pod. Straight up, no underscores, no nothing. Straight Cafe Hours Pod on IG. Follow us for clips, random postings to keep up with when we drop the next episodes and stuff like that. And it's lit.
So on the next one, we out.
Type shit you ride home to. Yeah. Yo, as we proceed to get you going off that cognac and caffeine, proceed, 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 proceed. Yeah, as we proceed to get you going off that.